What's up, YouTube? Just wanted to give y'all a quick update. Let y'all know there's a lot actually that I have to put out there. I should have been put this stuff out there. A lot of people need to know what's going on. I don't even know where to begin, honestly. But I mean, at this point, a lot of y'all know the government ain't what it appears to be. They lying. That's what they do. They don't tell the public, any truth at all, ever. Their job is to keep themselves exactly where they are. For example, they have programs that they claim to help society, criminals, or substance abusers, which in fact that's not the case. Look at it this way, if there was no crime, they would be out of a job. Perfect example was the wars. In fact, they are warring against the people, which is us. And I mean, just look at what we see today. I mean, you have the war on drugs, which is nothing new. The war on terrorism. I mean, even in the TV shows, they got, storage wars, road wars, bride wars, neighbor wars, customer wars. Everything is just war. That's their main goal, is war. They've been warring against the people for a long time. Problem, reaction, solution. They create a problem, and, they already know the reaction, and then they're right there for the solution, which only benefits them, not us. We're at the point now where they create problems to create profit. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not going to come out with any real solution to solve the problem, because they can't make money off of no problems. I'm just going to read a few things. We seriously need to wake up as a people. And as far as a revolution, I would admit and agree we're past that point. We should have had a revolution. However, we're behind. There's a lot we don't know. I mean, there's just so much we don't know. Even with as much as what I know, I don't know shit, really. You know what I mean? And that's just, I guess wise words, I don't know, words of wisdom. But I know what I got to a point where I got tired of the BS, so I started studying. And when it came to things that I would study, whatever it was, no matter what it was, whatever the subject mattered, I would go for the truth and nothing but the truth when it came to anything and everything. And if y'all would just do the same, if we would come together and do the same thing, our sources may be different, entirely different, but our findings will be the same. And I've already found this with people. I put people on to, a few things here and there, and they did their own research. Their sources were different from mine, but their findings were the same. And then we would come together, and a lot of times we'd finish each other's sentences and stuff like that. But anyway, I'm going to just read some. Okay, it says here, remember that all judges of every state must be held to the law. Now, a lot of people don't even know what the law is. A lot of people don't know that, in fact, they're not enforcing law. You got many different types of law. And with that being said, the opposite of law, which a lot of people don't even know. What is the opposite of law? The opposite of law, and you can go to any Black's Law Dictionary and look it up for yourself, which I encourage all of y'all to do. Look it up for yourself. The opposite of law is called color of law. So now some of this is based on the Moors and whatnot, but like I said, if you just do some study, you will find out a whole lot of what you don't know, which is why we need to study. We need to march ourselves into a classroom instead of marching down these streets and whatnot, talk about revolution and whatever lives matter, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? We need to go in a classroom and start studying first. That's where the revolution needs to start, because there's so much we don't know. So it says, if Moors find themselves, for whatever reason, in the Union States incorporated courts, then never fail to establish these proper person status facts. For the record, present your appropriate affidavits and writs with your Moorish Nation state, Great Seal, or national flag headings placed at the top of all your documents. Your legal correspondence, writs, and documents are therefore to be in order and are to proceed your timely entry before the courts with considerations given to the legitimate issues concerning true identification and jurisdiction. Remember this: if the court is not consular or constitutional with treaties, Article 3, the court and its officers have no lawful jurisdiction. Understand, recognize, and enforce the supreme law of the land, and nothing supersedes that. The problem is we contract out of that. Alright, warning. This is warning. Literacy was in ages past and must now be a primal part of Moabite Moorish culture. This is an historical civilization fact and reality that must be reinstated within the consciousness of our communal inhabitants. We as a people need to return to those high intellectuality values as demonstrated by our erudite forefathers. Furthermore, and in the interest of our present-day struggles for universal justice, we must never lose focus of the fact that the judges of all the states, the administrative officers of the courts, and the politicians all take their solemn official oaths of office on the Constitution for the United States of America, the Republic. That contractual oath is not to be superseded by police policies, code books, nor to be used for revenue extortion schemes veiled in opportunistic municipal rules and regulations. The judge's first solemn obligation is to uphold the supreme law of the land, the Constitution, and treaties. Thus, judicators and officers of the courts are bound by law and are authorized to see that the law, Constitution, is supported, upheld, and enforced in all controversies in which the United States or any of the several states in the Union are a party. Judges must be fair and impartial to the parties before the court. All right, I'm going to just lay it out. This is what we need to remember, which there's so much that we don't know. Never forget that most of these people are feudal colonists. We are still under European colonization. And I'm a humanitarian at heart. All right, so I'm not for, I care about the betterment of all human beings. All right, I'm just telling the truth. I'm telling the facts, period. All right, that's what it is. These people are feudal colonists and have no true honor or respect for the Constitution nor the Bill of Rights. They often deny the Republic because the Constitution contract keep them in check. Most of them are proven by their attitudes and by their actions, dedicated inquisitionists and crusaders. They continue the ancient wars and reflect that antisocial, uncivilized character, whether secretly, bureaucratically, or in the open. All I'm going to say is we need to study. We need to study. We need to study. If you don't want to study, if you want a real warrior, you know what I mean, you got to be up here. You know what I'm saying? Knowledge is power. So, at the end of the day, the real way to stop these clowns is to know your shit. So when you go in front of these motherfuckers, you can automatically challenge the jurisdiction just by what you know. They have taken us away from true law, out of our sovereign capacity, and turn around and issue corporate statute on us. You know what I mean? Like, it's no different than, like my brother Ty said, somebody from McDonald's or something. McDonald's policies don't apply to you unless you're an employee of McDonald's. As simple as that. So that's basically what's happened. The United States Corporation has policies that they have basically issued onto us, and because of certain contracts that we've made, we are obligated, so to speak, to these policies, and therefore are not protected under the Constitution. So we've traded our rights for policies. I mean, we've been tricked. At the end of the day, it's the sheriff's job to protect the citizens. Understand the difference between the sheriff and the police. In most cases, the sheriff has more power in their county than the president. And we need to understand that the sheriff has been compromised, and that's why they're not doing their job. If you have a problem with the police, you need to write the provost marshal. All right. Also need to, write the sheriff, write also the archbishop of that particular district that you live in. We need to really get on these clowns. It's no different than you being at school and the teacher tries to enforce a rule on you that is not a rule. The teacher just made it up on their own. That's why we need to understand the rules, what's really going on. Then you can hold these clowns accountable. They can't fool us no more. Then we can kill them, you know what I'm saying? If you talk about real law, we really have the lawful authority to kill them because they're violating the Constitution. They're warring against us. So, I mean, like Lil Boozy said, we need to be like them Cali niggas and kill cops. For real. Fuck the cops. Fuck the police. Fuck them. Kill them niggas. They killing us. They warring against us. So, like I said, just study. As time goes by, those who are interested will share some more. There's so much that I'm sitting on. I'm sitting on so many jewels right now. I should have been dropped on. People been told me I need to write a book, I need to start a blog, and I haven't really done nothing because I got lost in my own personal stuff, and a lot of times I just felt like, what's the point? Like, people don't want to hear the truth because the truth means taking responsibility, which is why a lot of people dread it. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I've always been an avid, I've always been for the truth. You know what I'm saying? I stand for truth, and that's what we need. I mean, we're in the age of enlightenment, the age of Aquarius, the age of I know. So I guess it's about time that I do what I can to try to enlighten those that don't know. And in the same process, I'll be enlightened for still what it is out there that I still don't know, because I'm still learning with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I ain't nothing special. You know what I'm saying? But for those that don't know, my name is Majias Bey. That's my Muslim name. My Moorish name, I'm a Moor. I'm a Moor all day, every day, not just Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, or Sunday, I mean. But, we need to seriously wake up. Wake up. But anyway, fuck the police.